It's Tuesday, October the 7th. Opening night for the home Mississauga Northstars. They'll be facing off against last season's Western Division champions in the playoffs, the Duffield Devils. Both teams looking to get the season off on the right foot. The starting goalies for the Northstars, Nimick, and Duffield will counter with Metaxas, facing off against his old team as he returns to the stomping grounds and knows the rink well. Golden Sands on the line tonight. Pereira, the referee in charge. Duffield's going to start off with Gibbons and Westover on the point. Up front, Oosterhuis centering, Rusnoff and Stark. And we're underway. A quick shot just over the net. Heading in behind the zone. Oosterhuis looking to hold everybody at bay. Oosterhuis shimmying, shaking into the corner. He goes up against Carey and lays a huge hit. They battle on the boards, looking to try and get it out of the zone. It comes back to Gibbons at center ice. He pushes it off the boards to Rusnoff. Rusnoff fires it in deep. Stark goes into the corner. He looks to pick the pocket of one of the players. And now Curbelo sends it over to Bay. Bay races in, leaves it there for Tennille Rodrigo. He fires a low shot through a crowd, and there's a glove save by Nimick for his first of the game. Face off to the right of the goaltender. Both teams making their first changes of the game. Little face-off infraction. They toss the center out. The Stars try and control it. Duffield tries to push it back into the zone. Now the North Stars up over center. Camarada with a quick shot. That's turned aside by Metaxas. Comes around the boards now. Tennille Rodrigo headmans it to McGrath. He gains center and fires it in deep. And goes back, throws it around the boards to the winger on the boards. They try and chip it off the boards, but McGrath races over, throws it back into the corner once again. Wang tries to hold the zone. Him and Tennille Rodrigo switch spots briefly. Now Tennille Rodrigo forces the North Stars to reverse course and try and come the other way. A turnover and Toasty picks it up. Tipped in front by Tennille Rodrigo and just wide of the net. Wang looks to hold them at center ice, pushes it back to Westover. Westover headmans to Tennille Rodrigo and they push it in deep. Mulville and McDonald come together. Now, McLeod tries to grab it. Wang sends it into the corner. The North Stars look to just try and get it out of the zone. They get it up to Cork. He now races in against Westover. Quick shot, and there's a glove save by Metaxas with 12:36 remaining in the period. Cable on the draw against Chavez. They push it back. Comes back out. Bill tries to grab it. Now, just pushing it up to the middle of the ice. Chavez. McDonald chips it in deep. Verity goes back for it. Chavez in behind the net. Chavez now. McLeod. McLeod to Curbelo. Curbelo sends it back to McLeod. He goes, tries to go into the corner to Chavez. Through a couple of feet. And now Corker. That goes off the foot of Curbelo. A big hit there in the corner as Gibbons gets planted. Now they try and push them forward. McDonald throws a backhand down and Chavez races after it. He's in there against Zerdra. They're all trying to push Chavez off the puck, but he holds it. Allows his wingers to go for a change. Rusnoff and Oosterhuis come out. Rusnoff goes after it in the corner. Oosterhuis spins back, tries to drop it back in the corner. They briefly pick that off, and the Stars try and get out of the zone. Wang throws a backhand off the boards. A handful of too many men on the ice there as the North Stars get caught for the first infraction of the night. Just like a new school year, the first game of the season, it's sometimes hard to count how many guys you should have on the ice. Math can be a problem. They push it back. Bay tries to go across. That's picked off by Hand. Hand now in alone. A backhand. And McDonald clears it from the crease. Hand with quick thinking there. Now they leave it. Oosterhuis spins away from one. Tries to get up through two. They just pulled that one off. Now Bay to McDonald. McDonald now gains the zone. Tries to drive wide on one. In behind the net. Throws it around in front. That's covered up by the goaltender. And with 10:37 remaining, we'll have a face-off deep in the zone of the North Stars. Toasty, McGrath, Tenio Rodrigo, Bay and Westover. 1:21 left in the power play. They push it into the corner. Mulliel now with two men on him. He's happy to just kill some time. They get it back to Bay. Bay walks into the middle, sends it over to Westover. He fires a shot just over the net. Toasty. He gets plastered into the boards. Now Camerata tries to get it out, but Bay holds the zone. Bay in front. Nice little chip play there. Tenio Rodrigo just couldn't get enough wood on it. A good attempt though. And the North Stars pick that up and fire at the length of the ice. 40 seconds remaining in the power play. McGrath. He looks to get away from one, headbands it just off the stick of Tenio Rodrigo. Barilli now goes back for it. He fires that off the boards. That hits Tenio Rodrigo. Bay fires a low shot. That's steered aside. Now Tenio Rodrigo looks to set it up. Throws it through the crease and out the other side. Bay picks it up. He fires a shot. The goaltender had to be sharp there. Covers it up with 9:29 remaining in the period. Chavez leans in. They get that just, it bounces over Curbelo's stick. He races back for it, throws it off the boards. Corker's going to try and race over and pick it up. The net is off its moorings. Chavez wins it back. Now they fire it off the boards. Just pushed there by Verity back up the ice. Now Curbelo and Gibbons push it up in front of the ice. Cabral now takes a hit there from McDonald. Carey throws it in behind the net. Now Curbelo off the boards. McDonald tries to get it to Chavez, but it's just a little too far. Curbelo Gets it back up to McLeod. McLeod and Corbello. They try and push it forward. Carey takes a couple of stabs at it. They throw it wide of the net. In behind the net it goes. Barilli now takes a hit from McLeod. Corbello tries to get it back up. Carey pushes it back in deep. Corbello sends it around to Gibbons. Gibbons goes to McDonald. McDonald not moving the puck fast enough. Picked off there by Hand. Hand now with a couple of guys on him. Chavez just ices the puck. That's going to give us... Oh, they're going to keep it going. The Northstars chip it out to center ice. Wang now picks it up. Hand throws that back in behind the net, looking to spin away from it. And this time, Starkey comes out. Now, back out Bay. Tipped in by Starkey. That goes back to Bay. Bay sends it over to Wang. Wang tries to chip it up to Rusnov. Rusnov looking to chip it in deep. Controls it at center ice. Fires that one off Hand. Hand now throws that back out. Gets past Bay. That one's going to go for icing. And we're down to 6 minutes and 55 seconds here in this first period. Sands tossing out the Northstars. Center. They win it back. Westover throws it behind the net. Picked up there. Centering pass by Tenio Rodrigo. Unable to cash it in. They were looking now. McGrath. He looks for Toasty. Just misses the stick there. Gibbons and Westover racing back for it. Westover can't get it out. Cable now in behind the net, sends it through a crowd, and Metaxas stops it up in behind the net. Everybody lost sight of that one. The Northstars looking to get the first goal of the game, but stopped by that long leg of Metaxas. They win it back to Verity. He fires a low shot. That's tipped. And Metaxas covers it up once again with the glove. Chavez and Cable on the draw. They push it back. Now Westover to McDonald. McDonald tries to go up the ice. Verity breaks that up as he was looking for McLeod. In behind the net, Westover sends it back around the boards. McDonald tries to chip it past the D, but it goes back into the zone. Now McLeod to Westover. Westover to Gibbons. The pressure of the Northstars is all over them. Now McLeod. McLeod chips it in deep. Chavez goes after it. Chavez takes a look. Pushes it to McDonald. Now they send it around. They get it past Bay. Corbello with one man on him. Reverses it back to McLeod. McLeod hits McDonald. McDonald now sends it to Chavez. Chavez tries to race around. Chips it to himself. Sends it back. Now Stark tries to push it back. Bay unable to keep it in. Sends it back up. Hits McDonald. McDonald now fires a shot. That's a big save by the goaltender there. Now Rusnov. Rusnov takes the body, keeps pushing forward, and surrounded by the Northstars, they get it back out to center ice, and Corbello in his own zone. Sends it over to Bay. Bay goes far side, just out of the reach of Stark. That's going to go for icing. 4:50 remaining in this opening frame. Hannah Oosterhuis on the draw to the right of the Metaxas. Carey takes down Rusnoff. Up to center ice. Mulio throws that back in. Delayed offside, so Wang has a little bit of time. He's able to get it up to... Well, now they go far side for Oosterhuis. Oosterhuis leaves it there for Rusnoff. He hits start. A couple of guys surrounding him, unable to get the shot off there. Now Curbelo goes back for it. Curbelo goes over to Wang. Wang off the boards. Rusnoff tips it up. Now Curbelo races up. Curbelo gains the blue line. Tries to fire it in deep. The Northstars surround him. They throw it all the way around the ice. Wang picks that up as he comes off the board, or off the bench. Then he gets caught from behind and pushed down. Now Oosterhuis fires that one in. A bouncing puck as it hit a Northstar. Wang goes back for it. He sends it over to Westover. Couple of guys hit there. Now Rusnoff tipped it up to Tennille Rodrigo. Unable to control the bouncing puck. And they just get it out of the zone. Corker tries to beat Wang back for it, but Wang stops up and he keeps it going. He takes the hit, fires it off the boards. A shot from the point by Barilli, and Metaxas covers it up with 3:25 remaining in the period. Broken up there by Corker. Wang races over, throws it off the boards. Now they try and get back. Cut off there by McGrath. He chips it into Tennille Rodrigo. Centering pass. Toasty just redirects it off the side of the boards. He sends it back to Tennille Rodrigo. The centering pass comes back out to center ice. Wang gets back for it. And he throws a backhand out to center ice to relieve the pressure. Now the Northstars gain center and chip it in deep. Wang goes back for it. He takes a hit. A head man there to Toasty. Toasty now. Straight up center. Leaves it for Tennille Rodrigo. He fires it in. Looking for the tip in front. It just gets out of the zone and Gibbons fires it in. They got to clear the zone. And then we have an icing with 2:28 remaining in this first period. Face-off will be to the left of Nimick. Chavez pushes it to the corner. McLeod engages his man. Now Chavez in behind the net with two Northstars. He wins it back. Sends it back to Bay. Bay goes over to Gibbons. Gibbons, quick shot. That's blocked on the way to the net. And it comes back out to center ice. Now he sends it back to Bay. Up to Chavez. Chavez now. Just has it go off the skate of the Northstar. Then McLeod picks it up and sends it in deep. Zadra goes back for it, sends it up to Rigas. Rigas gets it out to Bay. Bay goes backhand to McDonald, to Chavez. Chavez now fires a low shot, steered aside by Nimick. Now they look to get it back out. But Laser Eye Larry, the linesman, calls it offside. Oosterhuis pushes the draw forward. Now the Northstars, in a quick transition, go D to forward. Carey tries to chip that around Curbelo. Sending it out in front, misses everybody and comes back out to center ice where Verity picks it up. Verity under pressure from Oosterhuis. And then Rusnoff briefly grabs it. And Oosterhuis picks that up. Now Curbelo sends it over to Westover. Westover chips that off Oosterhuis, negates the icing. 57 seconds remaining. Stark with a great pass there. They keep pushing it back out. Westover. Stark with the tip. Banging away at it, and the goaltender covers that one up. There's a little bit of extracurricular activities going on here. With 42.1 seconds remaining. So Stark going off for 4. Head contact. Duffield down here in the late stages of the first period. Bay now pushes it behind the net. Absorbs a hit or two and then just gets it out to Mulville at the point. Mulville now tries to ward off one, walks into the center, fires a shot high and over the net. Carey picks it up on the half wall. He goes in behind the net. Westover tries to hold him off. Carey shields the puck and gets it back, but this time it gets out and down the ice. 10 seconds remaining here. They're going to try and take one last wild rush. They chip it in wide of the net. Bay grabs it. He fires that one out and down the ice. The buzzer will sound, and we'll skate into the second the same way we started the first. For anybody looking to have games on the PVR tonight, we want to give you the heads up that we're going to give you the out-of-town scoreboard. In the most important game tonight in the Major League Baseball calendar, the Toronto Blue Jays are leading 4-1. Currently in the top of the third, and they're threatening with runners on second and third and one out. In earlier action in the NHL, the Florida Panthers beat Chicago Blackhawks 3-2, and Pittsburgh leads the Rangers 1-0. Now we'll get you back to some professional sports. The puck is down, they win it back, and Gibbons fires at the length of the ice. Toasty forcing them out. Tenio Rodrigo right there too. Coming down on Westover. Mulville tries to stop up. Now he takes a look, sends it back to the point. That goes the length of the ice. Corker's going to have to go back for it. Now they've Cable. Cable looks to try and dance around one. Held to the outside by Westover. Chips it off the boards, where the Northstars control it in the quarter. They get it back to the point. They try and walk past Tenio Rodrigo, but a great effort there, and he pushes it the length of the ice. Now they look to set things up and come around wide. Carey gets it back to the point. Broken up and just wide there. Now Hand in the corner. Hand sends it back to Carey. Carey looks to try and get past McDonald. Now Bay. Bay fires that the length of the ice. Olio and McDonald go back. Oh, fuck! You fucking idiots. Well, McDonald gone for the game for checking from behind. It'll be a 5-minute penalty and probably a couple of games. Got to be careful on those. All right, back to the play. Burley now sends it into the corner. 5-on-3. The Northstars, Verity, sends it back into the half wall. They send it back into the corner. They're trying for that quick shot. Metaxas with a big save and pushes it aside. Now they get it back out to the point. Brilleri. A big blocker save by Metaxas. In the slot, and he grabs it with the glove. A huge save. Duffield sends 3 fresh bodies over the boards. Chavez wins it back. Westover tries to push that out. Now Carey from the point with Chavez on him. He tries to shake him off. Sends it over to the half wall. They look for the side. Gibbons just gets it out to the point. Verity sends it back in. Cable. Now Westover. Now. So we got a 4-on-3 here for the next 47 seconds, and then we'll have a little 4-on-4 action.
6-1.
Now, the Northstars look to win the face-off and race up the ice. Westover looks to keep Carey to the outside. Now he circles the net, fires it, and that goes off the side of the net. Westover races over, gets it back out to the center. Now Westover holds his man in the corner. They spin away, looking to send it back out to Verity. Verity sends it into Carey. And now Westover. Chavez, using his reach, gets past one. Chavez with the second effort. Holds the puck. They just get it off his stick. And now on the back check, Chavez. And Stark comes racing out of the penalty box. Gibbons. They touch up. And now in the corner, McLeod. They send it back in. Now, trying to get past Gibbons, Corker, and now Curbelo. Curbelo, a little bit of time, sends it up the ice, gains the zone. They try and race over to hit him, but Curbelo leaves it there for Stark. Stark sends it into the far side. Now, Rigas tries to drive wide on one. Unable to get past them there. McLeod stops him up. 13 seconds left here in the Northstars penalty. Rusnoff with a pretty big hit there. And now they're going to call another penalty here against Duffield by the looks of it. Or maybe they won't. Well, they did call it because Wang's going to get out of the box. So Rusnoff not going to get his penalty. They're going to negate that for the goal. Duffield looking to try and get their game back on here. Playing on this smaller ice surface. Two physical teams tonight. They're going to have to try and keep their emotions in check. Now, Wang fires that one the length of the ice. Nimick just leaves it there for Verity. Now they look to get it up the boards. Cable leaves it for him. He gets tripped up by Westover, and we're going to have another 5-on-3 here. Kind of hard not to call that one. They win it back, and Gibbons fires at the length of the ice. Oh, that takes a dangerous hop over the goaltender's stick and just wide of the net. Now, Hand tries to get past Tennille Rodrigo. Cable following that up. He's able to break it up. Now, Camerata. That gets blocked by Curbelo. They send it over to Barilli. Now, he fires a shot. That goes off the blocker. Ugh. Metaxas send out a play. Tennille Rodrigo on the draw against Corker. Babe grabs it, fires that the length of the ice. Nimick now leaves it there for his defense. Yeah. They send it across the far side. Carey tries to drive that one. He goes in behind the net, tries to shake everybody off, sends it back to Zadra. Zadra now sends it over to the far side. A quick shot wide of the net. And Metaxas covers that one up as he catches it off the backboards. Wang going to be released here in 8 seconds. And then we'll have 51 seconds left in the penalty for Westover. They send it back to Carey. Carey, quick shot, Metaxas. Using that glove like he's fielding the ball like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at first base, just picking everything off that's coming towards him. They win it back. Now Gibbons. Gibbons gets tied up. They look to try and bring it back out. Now, just over skating the puck there briefly. Now Wang out of the box. He breaks that play up. Using that long reach of his, he's able to shield it and send it back out to the point. Zadra now looks to send it back into Corker. Corker can't shake Wang. Now Gibbons, he picks that up, bounces it off the boards, and gets it down the ice. Carey stops up behind the net. Zadra. Corker. Broken up there by McGrath and Toasty. Then they pick it up and just get over the blue line. Now Carey, he tries to spin away from one. Sends it back out in front of the net briefly. And then, now, on the way in, here's Tennille Rodrigo. And he goes 5-hole and off the post. Now Toasty, he goes far side, just misses Tennille Rodrigo. He takes a hit there in the corner. And now, Tennille Rodrigo uses his body, hits it. Now, they send it over to Marotta. That's picked off by Gibbons. Tennille Rodrigo's in it. And now, Tennille Rodrigo gets taken down. Nice jersey, ref. Nice jersey. Doesn't matter. He shouldn't have gone in.
He did the same shit. He did the same thing.
Anyhow, Wayne or Bay now. Bay sends it around the corner. So now, tripped up. Duffield gonna go on another power play here. They send it over and Marotta touches that up. And with 6:49 remaining, Duffield's gonna look to draw even here. Oh, sorry, 6:48. They'll look to draw even as it's now a 5-on-3. Lots of ice out there. We had to cut the audio briefly as we had a quick visit from Anderson Donald. Duffield calls the timeout. They want to draw a solid play up here. They're going to look to tie the game up here. It's 5-on-3. Chavez, Tenio Rodrigo, McLeod, Bay, and Stark. They send it into the corner. Tenio Rodrigo circles the net, sends it back to Stark. Stark now goes over to Bay. Bay, a little bit of space. Bay goes back into Tenio Rodrigo. Back to Bay. They go back to Stark. Stark, low shot. That just goes wide. Tenio Rodrigo now. Now Bay goes over to Stark. Stark leaves it for McLeod in the corner. He takes a look, comes in behind the net. Tenio Rodrigo centers back to Stark. Now Bay. That goes off his stick and into McLeod. McLeod. Chavez broke that up and McLeod gets it back. Quick shot. Chavez tries to glove that down. And we'll have a glove pass with an even 6 minutes remaining. Face-off will come outside. They win it back to Westover. He goes to Bay. Bay now gains the blue line. He sends it back to Oosterhuis. Oosterhuis walks into the middle, sends it over to Westover. He's going to walk in. He goes back to Oosterhuis. Back to Westover. A one-timer there. Rusnoff just wide of the net. Now, Toasty. He fires one off a shin pad. Oosterhuis picks it up. Oosterhuis goes into Rusnoff. He goes back out. Just bounces over Bay. 20 seconds remaining in the first penalty, 40 in the second. Now Westover leaves it for Bay. Bay now looks to drive wide on one. Stops up. Goes far side, Rusnoff. Off the pad of the goaltender, and they fire it back out to center ice. Cable coming racing out of the box, unable to get it from Bay. He goes back, Corker forces him all the way behind the net. Now he comes up, just bobbles the puck, but gets it to Toasty. Toasty now looks to drive wide on one. They break that one up and fire that the length of the ice. That's going to go for icing with 4:42 remaining. McLeod on the draw now. They push it up the wall. They just chip it past the D. Now a 2-on-1 develops. They send it across out of the reach of the charging forward. Now, Curbelo absorbs the hit, gets it to Gibbons, off the boards. Now they hit to Neil Rodrigo. And a big save by the goaltender off the shaft of the stick and out of play. McLeod charging hard right down Main Street. Neil Rodrigo caught him. And he just, looks like he got the knob of the stick and it went out of play. Now they try and push it forward. McLeod through the crease. That gets pushed aside. Now, Hand stops up and they throw it in deep. Westover goes back for it. He sends it over to Wang. Wang chips that off the boards. McLeod now. McLeod just this it. Tineo Rodrigo follows up. He picks it up. He dances through two into the corner. Sends it back to Wang. Wang, low shot. Tipped in front. The goaltender had to be sharp there. With 3:42 remaining in the period. You lost about 10 seconds, bud. Send it around the boards. Now they push it back in. Now the Northstars send it far side. That goes off Marota's skate. He's in a race with Bay for it. Bay now looks to separate himself. Comes out, gets it up to Oosterhuis. Oosterhuis now races down, comes straight down center. They tried to pick that off, unable to get it. Now, they chip it off the wall. Bay tried to get it up. They're going to do it again. There's a North Star caught in deep, but we got a glove pass. So we'll have a face-off just outside the North Star zone. They send it at Curbelo. Tried to get it up to Rusnov. The North Stars break it up. They chip it in deep. Westover races back for it. He throws a backhander around the boards. Another tripping call coming up here to the North Stars. As Tineo Rodrigo gets upended. Maloney off for tripping. Now they send it back. Bay walks in. He fires a shot that goes off the blocker. Oosterhuis corrals it. He's in the corner now. Oosterhuis sends it in to the corner to Chavez. They come back out to Westover. Back to Chavez. He tried to get around one, but that hits a stick. Westover able to hold the zone. Now Oosterhuis blocks that. Oosterhuis sends it back to Westover. They go back into the corner. Broken up once again. Now it comes out of the zone. Westover has to go back to Bay. 2 minutes remaining here in this second period. They get it up to Chavez. Chavez now looks to get past one. Now he stops up on the half wall. He goes far side for Westover. Westover. A bouncing puck. He took a stab at it, but it bounced over his stick. Now Bay gets it to Chavez. Chavez now leaves it for McLeod. He fires a low shot, and a quick save there by the goaltender with 1:39 remaining with McLeod and Chavez barreling down on the doorstep. back. Gibbons walks into the middle. Misfires there. That's picked off by Camerati. Now goes into the far side. Wang picks it up. Wang leaves it there for Tennille Rodrigo. Tennille Rodrigo looks to get past two. Comes down the right wing side. In behind the net. Takes a wide swing. Goes back to Wang. Wang now. Wang goes back to Tennille Rodrigo. Tennille Rodrigo tries to control it. He goes back to Wang. Wang goes over to Gibbons. Gibbons fires a low shot. That hits a couple of bodies, and then just over the net goes Tennille Rodrigo. Gibbons, and that goes through a crowd. A battle in front as McGrath tried to hack at it, but Rigas tied him up. Now, through a crowd, McGrath picks it up. He goes back to Gibbons. That goes through a crowd, and there's a glove save by Nimick with 37.9 seconds remaining. Face off here in the waning seconds of the second period. Will be to the left of the goalkeeper. Bouncing puck, the Northstars come out. Marotta over the blue line, he fires it. Metaxas catches that like a pop fly, grabs a whistle. 26.1 remaining. We would like to let you know there will be a flood after this period, so we'll be back for some third period action. Rostov sends that out. Toasty gets tied up there. And now Oosterhuis. He fires a shot. 8.8 seconds remaining. They push it forward. Toasty gets tripped up there. They try and fire that. Now we're going to go into the third with Duffield trailing by one.
Should pause it.
We'll see you shortly, folks.
Pause it.
Hockey fans, we're back underway. Third period action coming your way. Tennille Rodrigo in the corner. Sends it back to Bay. Bay fires a low shot. Stopped on the way to the net by the defense for the Northstars, and now they send it up to center. Carey. He tries to chip it past Bay. Bay sends it back. McGrath right there. They try and break it up. Now McGrath chips out to Tenio Rodrigo. They're all bouncing around. Now Tenio Rodrigo, he spins, fires a low shot. That one's stopped softly by the goaltender for the Northstars, and they ice the puck. So we'll have a face-off just to the left of the Northstars goaltender. 14-10 remaining here in this third period. Duffield. Hopefully kept their eye on the chalkboard as they were told what to do here. Now Oosterhuis in the corner. Sends it in front, just misses there. Wang has to race back, unable to keep it in the zone. And then on the backhand, that was Stark. Oosterhuis. Couple of guys on him. They can't get it past Rusnoff. Rusnoff. He takes a big hit there, but knocks his man down. Now Corker comes the other way. Metaxas with the big glove save there. And we'll have a face-off to the left of Justin Metaxas. Now they look to try and get it out of the zone. Unable to, and Metaxas covers that one up once again. Now, setting it back up. They win the draw. Westover sends it over. Now they're trying to get it out of the zone. Now we'll have another power play coming up here to the Duffield Devils as the Northstars go off for hooking. Now the Northstars, Verity tries to tie that back up. Rigas sends it down the ice. Bay goes back for it. They leave it there. Now McLeod comes in the zone. McLeod drives wide, circles the net, sends it back to Gibbons. Gibbons now goes over to Bay. Bay fires a shot through a crowd. They jam away at it, and the goaltender throws his glove under on top of that puck. Now Oosterhuis. Oosterhuis chips it in. Now Stark sends it back to Curbelo, to Tenio Rodrigo. He fires a shot, that gets redirected. And now Westover picks it up. He goes back to Curbelo. They send it back. Now Oosterhuis through a crowd, that hits somebody. Oosterhuis picks it up, fires it wide again. Westover goes down the ice. McGrath tries to sidestep Carey, rolls off his stick, and the forecheck and the dogged determination, he picks it up in the corner. Sends it back to Corbello. Just bounces over his stick and out of the zone. Corbello's got to back up. He's looking for some separation. Sends it over to Westover. Now they go back over to Corbello, to Tenio Rodrigo. Tenio Rodrigo goes over to Oosterhuis, just off his stick. He races into the corner to try and pick it up. Kicks it to himself and then tries to send it up. And they fire at the length of the ice. Now, Bay looks to elude one. Corker grabbed the back of his shirt there briefly. Now he gets away from one. Carry on Bay. Bay tries to drive wide on two. Sends it in front. That's knocked down. Now Bay sends it in behind to Oosterhuis. Oosterhuis. They all miss it, and the Northstars just clear it back out to center. Bay sends it over to Wang. Wang now takes a look. He goes back to Bay. Comes up the middle of the ice. That goes off the Northstars forward. They can't get it out of the zone, but then on the second attempt they do. Now a slashing call up coming to Duffield here with 10:07 remaining. Now they send it back to the point. Terry tries to hold it in. His pocket's picked by Toasty. Mulligal now tries to get back on that. And in the back of the net. Terry tries to hold it in. His pocket's picked by Toasty. Mulligal now tries to get back on that. And in the back of the net. Matty Stark with the short-handed goal to make it 1-1. Tenio Rodrigo raced out to the point. He was able to block it, and he chipped it up, and Stark walked into it, and he buries it just under the glove and over the pad of Nemec. Duffield looking for some life here. A turnover, now Chavez. And Chavez on the second attempt just can't get it out in front of the net. A good attempt there by Chavez. Now, Carrata with one man coming back on him. They send it back. Now McLeod. McLeod grabs it. He sends it up to Westover. A backhander. Lob softly into the far end. Carey grabs it. He sets up behind the net. He's directing traffic. Rigas down at the far end. They try and get it to Ham, but Chavez picks it off. Chavez with a couple of guys on him. He draws a penalty, but he gets it back to Bay. Bay now. Bay sends it to McLeod. Now they go to Rusnoff. They're going to try and set one play up here. McLeod goes to Bay. Bay sidesteps one. They race in, chipping and hacking and whacking away. Hahn's gonna go off for the hook here. Still illegal in Mississauga, hooking, especially on a Tuesday night when it's raining. .8:30 remaining here in this third period. Duffield looking to try and come away with a road victory. Corbello touches it up. Now they send it back. Bay with a little bit of time and space. Bay, he fires a shot. A bouncing puck They're banging away at it, and Rusnov buries it. Bay with a little bit of time and space. Bay, he fires a shot, a bouncing puck. They're banging away at it, and Rusnov using that big body in front of the net, jamming away at it. He was going to be determined, and like a dog on a bone, he pushed it across the line. Now, Mullal tries to pick that up. He eludes one. And then Oosterhuis comes in. He absorbs a hit by Marotta. Now they send it back over to Westover. Westover circles in a zone. Westover looking to set things up. Oosterhuis is going to circle. Marotta tries to break up the breakout. Then he stumbles on the way out. They headman at Oosterhuis. He fires a shot. There's a big glove save by the goaltender with 7:35 remaining in this third period. Quick check of the out-of-town scoreboard. It's 6-3 Blue Jays in the bottom of the fourth. For those of you not watching on two screens at home. Now, Toasty gains the zone, absorbs the hit, sends it in behind the net. Zarda goes back for it, and he fires at the length of the ice. 40 seconds remaining here in the power play. Oh, a quick 6-6 game now. The Yankees have tied it up. Toasty. Now Toasty circles the net. They wrap around. The goaltender grabs it out of the air. Now Chavez wins it back. Gibbons tries to push it in the zone. That gets blocked by the hard charging forward. Now he gets back for it, sends it up the boards. Taneo Rodrigo gets it to Chavez. Now McLeod. McLeod stops up. Now in the corner, a quick shot there by Chavez. They return now. Taneo Rodrigo in the corner. The injured Northstar skates off. Corker, he went hard into the boards as he tried to stop up for the hit. Wang fires a low shot just wide of the net. McLeod reverses it back for Chavez. Chavez with hand all over him. Chavez sends it out to Taneo Rodrigo. Quick shot, that's blocked on the way, but he gets the rebound. Comes back to him. He circles into the corner, absorbs a hit there, and Chavez picks it up behind the net. He tried a backhander there just off the side of the net to McLeod. Now McLeod absorbing another hit from Hahn, and they're all going after it. Everybody's hitting bodies in this game tonight. Oosterhuis on the draw. He comes out with McGrath and Rusnov, Bay and Curbelo. 5:35 remaining here in the third period. They win it back to Bay. Bay, low shot through a crowd. Not seeing anything there, but the goaltender makes the save. Then Curbelo fires it in deep. Duffield touches up. Zadra goes back for it. And then Speedy McGrath comes in on the forecheck and forces them to get the puck out of the zone. Rusnov comes over. He wins that back to Bay. Now he headmans to Oosterhuis. Oosterhuis chips to McGrath. He's trying to push it forward. Unable to get it out of the way. They send it back around the boards. The Northstars try and come out of the zone. Bay Bay sends it over to Curbelo. He gets up just out of the zone. Oosterhuis picks it up. Oosterhuis now. Oosterhuis goes past 2, chips it into the corner. They all go after it. 3 North Stars in there on Oosterhuis. Now they're all in there, pushing and shoving. Comes out to Bay. He fires a shot, and there's a glove save by the goaltender with 4:24 remaining. So Chavez now on the draw. They push it forward. Now the North Stars try and get it out to center ice. Gibbons and Westover push it up to forward now. Chavez absorbs the hit. In the corner he goes, tying everybody up. They try and bounce it back out. Chavez spins, fires it off the side of the net. Now the North Stars try and go far side. Gibbons breaks that up. Absorbs the hit from Hahn and just gets it into the zone. Then Westover fires that one from center ice just wide of the net. The North Stars try and get it back out of the zone. Hahn chips it out, but Westover's right there. Westover now goes to Gibbons. Gibbons goes back to Westover. They take a look. Tipped at center ice by Stark, and it goes into the North Stars zone. Tenille Rodrigo was bearing down on them, and they just get it out. Now they send it back into the far corner, and Westover sends it up. And Barilli skates, and Tenille Rodrigo, with his speed, breaks it up. They try and hit him, but he drives around one. Marotta and Tenille Rodrigo come together on the boards. Marotta comes away with it. He's going to try and get past Bay. Bay picks it up. Off the boards that goes. They're all pushing and shoving. McLeod takes down Rigas. Now Bay chips that off the wall. They try and throw a backhand that rolls into the corner. Wang sends that around the far side. Now Mulville sends that into the far corner. Now Duffield just gets it out of the ice. It's been touched, so no icing. 2:20 remaining. McLeod drives his man into the boards. The North Stars look to try and come out. That gets broken up. Wang happily throws that back in. Now they gotta wait. Touch up once again. This time they get on the right side. Oosterhuis forcing carry to the far side. Oosterhuis pushes carry. Bay sidesteps one. Now Bay with a little bit of time and space. He drives wide, sends a low shot on net. Now the North Stars try and come out. Briefly broken up there by McLeod and Bay on the forecheck. Held in there. Now Tenille Rodrigo. A quick shot. McLeod goes down. Holy. A dangerous hit in behind. The Duffield player down in the corner with 1:27 remaining. Tenio Rodrigo being tended to. So it looks like they're going to get a 4-minute head contact and 2 minutes for tripping. So Duffield on a 5-on-3 here with 1:27 remaining. They'll look to control the puck here. And now it comes out. In the Chavez with a quick shot. Oosterhuis now looks to control it. Oosterhuis to Chavez. Chavez sends it back to Bay. Bay goes back to Chavez. Chavez with some time fires a shot just wide of the net. Now they look to get it out to center ice. Bay chips that off the boards. Now 3-on-1 developing here. Oosterhuis sauces it to Chavez. Back to Rusnov. A second attempt and it just goes over the net. Oosterhuis. Chavez now. Chavez in the corner. Westover goes to Bay, rolls off his stick. Rusnov goes back to Bay. They fire it around the far side. Looking to play keep away here with 30 seconds remaining. Chavez shielding the puck. Chavez sends it back to Bay. He fires a low shot, looking for the tip. Westover fires that. Now they're taking a look. Rusnov goes into the far corner. Oosterhuis picks it up. Oosterhuis. Now they're trying to get out of the zone here, but with 5 seconds remaining, Duffield's going to escape with a 2-1 victory tonight. Here for the first game of the season. It was a little sloppy, but they got it done. We want to thank you for tuning in, folks. We'll see you this weekend when they're in the tournament on Friday. Until then,